Buckle up YouTube, and welcome to Caption America. On today's episode, we caption this image, taken from headlines of this week's news cycle. Folks, buckle up, because Caption America's diving into the swampy mess of the Russian investigation, where Obama's fingerprints are all over the place. Declassified documents, dropped like a bombshell by DNI Tulsi Gabbard, scream that Obama's crew, think Brennan, Clapper, and Comey, cooked up a narrative to paint Trump as Putin's pen pal. To kneecap his presidency before it even started. These weren't just policy wonks. They were Obama's loyal lieutenants, allegedly manufacturing intelligence, to claim Russia swung the 2016 election. Spoiler, it didn't. The Senate Intelligence Committee and Mueller's own report found no Trump-Russia conspiracy. Yet, Obama's team pushed the Steele dossier, salacious, unverified gossip, knowing it was bunk. This wasn't incompetence, it was a calculated hit job. And guess who was VP nodding along? Joe Biden. The same Biden whose administration later shielded these players. Cozy, right? So, liberals, tell me, how do you justify this apparent abuse of power? Let's have that conversation. Let's connect the dots, shall we? Obama's intel chiefs, Brennan, Clapper, Comey, didn't just vanish after 2016. They waltzed into Biden's orbit, with Biden himself in the room for key 2016 briefings on the so-called Russian interference. Fast forward, and Biden's administration kept the deep state humming, protecting the same players who pushed the hoax. Enter Schiff, the bug-eyed crusader of Russiagate, who spent years on TV peddling the collusion myth like a used car salesman. Schiff, a darling of the Obama-Biden clique, ignored evidence that the Steele dossier was a Clinton-funded fantasy. Meanwhile, he dodged real scandals, like Hunter Biden's laptop, which exposed shady dealings but was buried as Russian disinformation. The hypocrisy burns, doesn't it? These folks weaponized intelligence to smear Trump while shielding their own. So, left-leaning viewers, defend Schiff's witch hunt or explain why Hunter's laptop was ignored. Oh, my friends, let's talk cost. Because this Russian hoax wasn't just a political circus, it was a taxpayer-funded dumpster fire. The Mueller investigation, spawned from Obama's cooked-up narrative, bled $40 million from our pockets. For what? A 2019 report saying, oops, no collusion. That's right, years of headlines, impeachments, and smeared reputations for nothing. Meanwhile, Trump's team faced relentless probes, some jailed, all while the real culprits, Obama's intel squad, skated. And the collateral damage? Heightened U.S.-Russia tensions, distracting from actual threats. This wasn't justice, it was a vendetta, orchestrated to delegitimize a duly elected president. The gall of these elites, sipping lattes in D.C. while burning our money and trust. Liberals, care to explain why $40 million was worth this charade? Or why we should trust an intel community that plays these games? Enter Tulsi Gabbard, Trump's DNI and a one-woman wrecking ball to the deep state's lies. On July 18, 2025, she unleashed 114 pages of declassified docs, exposing Obama's team for allegedly manipulating intelligence to frame Trump. Gabbard's calling it a treasonous conspiracy and demanding prosecutions. Yes, even Obama's name is on the table. These docs show pre-election intel said Russia wasn't meddling, but post-election, Obama's crew flipped the script, pushing a false narrative to spark Mueller's probe. Gabbard's handing this to the DOJ, and if Attorney General Pam Bondi bites, we might see accountability for this years-long coup. This could unravel the real reason the Democratic elite tried to sabotage Trump: fear of an outsider dismantling their cozy power structure. So, progressives, what's your take on Gabbard's charges? Is this justice or just revenge? Here's the kicker, patriots. Gabbard's revelations point to a Democratic deep state terrified of Trump's 2016 win. Because he threatened their grip on power. Obama, Biden, Schiff, and their intel cronies didn't just dislike Trump. They feared his America First agenda would expose their game. So, they spun the Russian hoax, using fake intel to sick Mueller on him, hoping to cripple his presidency. The cost? Millions in cash, years of division, and eroded trust in our institutions. Hunter Biden's laptop? swept under the rug to protect the narrative. Now, with Gabbard's docs at the DOJ, we might finally see the truth, a cabal willing to subvert democracy to keep control. Liberals, here's your shot. Make the case that this was all above board. Defend Obama's actions or explain why the deep state's panic was justified. Caption America's waiting. Let's have that conversation.
He flies through the sky, shield held high, defender of the people, lightning in his eye, with strength in his heart and courage ablaze. He fights for the free, lights up the dark days. In the face of fear, he stands tall and proud, a symbol of hope beneath the storm cloud. With every leap bounds over the doubt, for liberty's call, we all give a shout. Captain of the brave, leading us strong, with justice in his face, can't